Today we're going to play with Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So come to the center of your mat, step your feet apart, set your legs wide enough apart so that you feel challenged, but not so wide apart that you lose control of these big muscles in the front of your thighs, your quadriceps. So to begin, we'll have our feet square forward, and we're just going to set up basic alignment, mountain pose, okay, but with a little caveat that our legs are wide apart. So the feet are squared, turned square forward is what I mean by that. And then I want you to isometrically press the shins in towards each other. And then imagine that your thighs are spiraling out. Bring up a squeeze in the buttocks so that the pelvis is a perfect bowl. And take a deep breath, all right? And then what we can do is to engage the core. Think of drawing pubic bone towards front ribs, okay? Squeezing everything in, pulling everything in towards the center. And then as you take a deep breath, think of lifting energy up out of the ground, out of the earth, okay? And then take the arms out like letter T. So this is actually called five-pointed star, but it's a nice place to just explore the basic alignment of an open leg position. The hips, the thighs and the hip joints are obviously open, not closed. All right. So to begin the pose, let's just bring the hands and circle the pelvis with the thumbs and on the back, the fingers around on the front. And that just gives us a little bit more sensory information about where the pelvis actually is in space. Okay, so we're going to maintain stability of the pelvis as we externally rotate the right thigh, okay, at the hip joint. So pivot on the ball of the right foot, bring the heel towards the midline or the instep of the left foot. And then we're going to set ourselves so that what I call the hip bone, okay, it's actually the anterior superior iliac spine. You can feel it. It's this protuberance on the side front of the pelvic ring. And so we want to track that and to the center of the knee, to right between the second or third toe or thereabouts in between. And then we're going to bend the knee. Okay, so flexion and external rotation at the right hip. In order to accommodate the conversation between the hips, the pelvis, and the spine, okay, we can internally rotate this left foot a little bit. It will help us to keep the torso facing forward, okay, towards the long edge of the mat, even as this right knee is tracking towards the short edge of the mat. And so press into the soles of the feet, pull everything up and towards the midline, okay, engage the core, and then just float the arms out to shoulder level. And breathe. And simply notice, okay, so set those points of alignment, and it may be as you stay in the pose, as you hold the pose, you might have to continue to adjust and readjust to keep the alignment set in the proper place for stability. Sthira is the Sanskrit word. It's famous among yoga people. So sthira is stability and sukha is comfort. Okay, stability and comfort is what we are seeking. And then go ahead and square the foot. You can bring the hands back down, encircling the pelvis once again. And then go ahead and move into the pose, transition to the other side. So pivoting on the ball of the foot, taking the heel to track in line with the instep, okay, of the back leg, okay, front leg, back leg. Bend the knee. Pay attention to what is happening, okay, from the pelvis up. We want to keep the trajectory forward. So it's real tricky for the hips and the pelvis, okay? Pay attention. Breathe. And so setting it up so the hip bone, the knee, and the toes are tracking in alignment. Pay attention to this back leg, okay? And especially to the outer aspect of that right foot. Keep pressing it down. You might catch it wanting to lift up away from the floor. You might catch it falling asleep. Okay, and then take your arms out like letter T. Turn your gaze to the left fingers and breathe. And then go ahead and square the foot. So you can walk, step, or jump your feet together. And that is the basic pose, Virabhadrasana 2. Next, I'm going to show you a nice variation, a flowing variation of this pose. So, as you are ready, go ahead and step, hop, or jump your legs apart. And go ahead and move into Warrior 2 on the right. Breathing. Noticing. And then we're going to turn the right palm up. Float the arm up towards the face. Let the left palm rest down towards the leg as you inhale. And then exhale back to center. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Square the foot. And then go ahead and move into Warrior 2 on the other side. So finding sthira and sukha, stability and comfort. Comfort in the way that you are placed so that your breath is deep, even, and rhythmical. So turn the left palm up, inhale, lower the right palm towards the thigh, and then exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and square the foot, hands on the hips, and then step, hop, or jump your legs together. I hope you enjoy that pose and that variation. Namaste.